conservative media viewers and MMA fans all around the world, what is up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the MMA expert. Now, here's the deal. We're talking about the UFC. It's going to be broadcast on Fox Sports 1. It goes down tonight. This is the Sonnen versus Rua fight main event situation and the whole card. Okay, now I'm going to comment on this. I want to review this weigh-in. I want to review this weigh-in that went down yesterday and my sort of reaction and comments to it, and I'm doing that right now. First of all, my personal opinion, knowing that alleged facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment purpose only. Please check the disclaimers. Here's what I'm thinking right now. In the main event, Sonnen versus Rua. This is tough, okay? Both looked in very good condition. I would give the conditioning edge to Sonnen, but Rua definitely looked like he showed up in shape. And that's always sort of, in my personal opinion, you know, something to really look at with Rua. You know, how in shape is he? How motivated is he, in my personal opinion? And he looked like he was focused and he looked like he was in shape. And that could bode very well for Rua and very bad for Sonnen. If Rua comes in there in shape and he's motivated, he could just totally dismantle, potentially, Sonnen with that striking. We've seen Sonnen go down to striking before. On the other hand, Sonnen looks like he is in very, very, very good shape, in my personal opinion. He looked fit. He looked lean. He looked ready. He definitely looked like, you know, he cut some weight, but not anything, I would, in my personal opinion, anything extreme. He looked like he's ready to go. Now, you know, Sonnen, you know, I'm not super impressed with Sonnen at light heavyweight. On the other hand, like I've said before in my early prediction pick on this fight, you know, Sonnen's great at wrestling. Rua is, in my personal opinion, very susceptible to the takedown. If Sonnen, here's the thing. This is really why this weigh-in, in my personal opinion, is so important. Because, you know, if Sonnen can just sort of last, if you will, and take this fight into the deep waters and get Rua tired, and Sonnen can control where the fight takes place, taking, you know, Rua to the ground, controlling top position, defending any kind of submissions, you know, making sure that he doesn't get caught in any kind of sweeps. Obviously, he doesn't want to get caught in any kind of, like, you know, leg locks or ankle locks or heel locks or anything like that from Rua, let alone, you know, triangles, armbars, etc. Okay? But, you know, Sonnen's done a pretty good job of defending some submissions and stuff like that, and I feel like he's going to be cognizant of that. You know, Sonnen just has to keep focused the whole fight, everything like that, and do what he needs to do. But, I mean, if you look at this Gustafsson fight against Rua, you know, Rua really is, in my personal opinion, vulnerable to the takedown. So I think, you know, Sonnen comes in there in shape, you know, and can control the position. And obviously, you know, get this fight into deeper water. I think Sonnen's going to be in good shape. But this is the weigh-in definitely, in my personal opinion, increased the intrigue factor in this fight. In that I think both fighters look like they're in shape. I think it just becomes a harder fight to pick. I think it becomes a much more interesting fight to watch. I'm still going to stay at this point, I believe I may change my mind before my final prediction tonight if I do a final prediction video. But I'm still going to stick with Sonnen at this time. But I feel a little less comfortable with it after this weigh-in yesterday. But definitely more excited to see the fight. But I'm going to stick with Sonnen on this, and you know, we'll see what happens. So this is going to be a very interesting fight, in my opinion. Now let's move to the weigh-in. I think the biggest news of the weigh-ins, in my personal opinion, was the weigh-in between Brown and Overeem. So Overeem comes in there, looks a little leaner than he's looked before. You know, perhaps maybe a little smaller, in my personal opinion, a little bit. I actually met Overeem not that long ago. I want to say, what is it, somewhere between 1 and 2 months ago or something like that. And talked to him for, you know, a little bit, not that long. Nice guy, good guy, everything like that. And I remember, you know, when I met him, like, oh, it didn't quite seem as big to me as you know, maybe some stuff I saw on TV. Really cool guy though, everything like that. Seemed, you know, he's doing his thing. And you know, so I wasn't shocked by this weigh-in of Overeem based upon that meeting and everything like that. Now, Travis Brown, on the other hand, very interesting. I mean, here comes Travis Brown at 236. He's weighed in before, I believe, if you go off some of the, I think the stat on the UFC website, if I'm not, if I'm not getting this wrong, maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I believe, Brown's been 255 before, okay, or listed at 255 or something like that. So you have a much trimmer and more fit Travis Brown. Now, let's talk about what that might mean here. Okay, does Overeem have, what does that mean for the power advantage that I'm assuming Overeem has? Okay, Overeem looks a little smaller perhaps, but Travis Brown, has lost, a good bit of weight. Now, Travis Brown taller, okay, but the biggest thing to me is if Travis Brown it can really has really worked on his conditioning. He's really coming in here fit. Already known as an athletic heavyweight. Already known as someone with quick strikes. Is he going to execute a stick and move strategy on Overeem? Using that reach, using the movement, really try to get Overeem tired, take this thing into the later rounds and see what happens, avoiding that early power and striking devastation from Overeem. That, I think, is the way to go. I think that is the right strategy for Brown to fight Overeem. Question is, what's going to happen? So, to me, this is very interesting because here you have Travis Brown. Listen, if you've done the work to lose 20 pounds, or thereabouts, whatever, 19, 20, around 20 pounds, then, you can really, that can make a big difference in your fitness, in your conditioning. Brown looked great, but Overeem, he's talked about, I think, go back to some of his base in the Dutch kickboxing, stuff like that. So maybe, whatever happened in that last fight with Overeem and Bigfoot was just a fluke or something like that. Well, we're going to see. So this is definitely, it's a very interesting fight. I'm more interested now, again, after seeing this weigh-in. I'm going to, I just can't even, I don't even want to pick this fight yet. I may make a prediction later, but I haven't figured out what to think about this fight. In other words, in terms of being able to make a final prediction or anything like that, or even a prediction. But I think that seeing this weigh-in, for me, definitely, I think the results of the weigh-in favor Brown. That's what I'm going to say right there. I think the results of the weigh-in favor Brown, in my personal opinion. But also, if Overeem's a little bit lighter, that can help his cardio potentially too. But I still think that net, the results of the weigh-in favor Brown. I think he's done some really good work here, and I think it lines him up for a strategy that could be a winning strategy against Overeem. That doesn't mean that I think that Brown's going to win or that Overeem's going to lose. I have some information now that I have to think about. That's what I saw on the weigh-in. What do you think about that? You tell me where you're at. Tell me what's up. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the super genius and the MMA expert. You're watching Conservative New Media. I'll see you next time.